What's up there, YouTube? How you doing? Doing a little end of the world party or end of the world live stream going on tonight. Evidently, the West Coast is shaking like a fucking drunk without a drink. It's like rattling and hum, like you too. Yeah. It's all along the Cascadia Fault, I believe, up north and then all the way down, part of the Ring of Fire. Something big's getting ready to happen. So I don't know. Don't have much longer to wait. We'll find out whether, I was saying this earlier, is this a psyop, all this stuff that's going on? I'm starting to think there's something big's happening one way or the other. We're going to see something. You watch. Sorry about the lighting in here. It sucks. I guess I could pull. Wait a minute. No, I don't even want to turn it on. Well, I can turn the car on for a minute and see what happens. That's good for right now. Let me see. And I wonder if YouTube's sending out. I think I saw the notification go out. Hang on. I'm probably only going to do the one channel. I don't feel like messing around too much with this. Hopefully, people getting the notifications. Okay. Ah, boy. Yep. Seems like it might be the end of the world. We'll find out. By the way, I had a really weird thing happen this morning. Out of the blue. Don't know what it means. Might mean nothing. Swore I heard the word in my head. I heard the word Heathrow Airport. It just meant something at that moment. I'm wondering if something's going to happen to airports around the world or Heathrow or something. And then I wasn't even going to say anything about it. And then I just saw Copenhagen and what's that? Richie from Boston just put something out. I was trying to read the thing. Anyway, Copenhagen and Oslo. I said earlier Norway. I think they're Denmark possibly. I can't believe that I don't know where they're at right off the top of my head. I used to do pretty good back in the day in my geography, but I know it's up in Northern Europe. Anyway, what the hell was I about to say? Yeah, I just had this weird premonition, like microsecond. Hey, how you doing, Tammy? You see, I sent you a text. I guess you saw it, or you got the notification finally from YouTube. Just hanging around to watch the world end, I guess. Eating my crackers and my Dr. Pepper. Now, basically, what's this? Okay. Yesterday, man, I crashed out. I was so tired. I've been tired for the last week. And, but when I woke up this morning, man, I felt refreshed. That was about the first time I got a solid night's sleep in a while. I've just been thinking about a lot of shit. Obviously, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. But, sorry. With the munchies for some reason. But tomorrow ought to be interesting. It's the 23rd. And then the 24th, they're saying something's going to happen. Patrick Humphreys just reported that the West Coast is shaking. All kinds of earthquakes going up and down. I guess it was last night, San Francisco got hit with something, and then all the way up the coast to almost to like what's the Seattle area up north again. And I think it's running along the Cascadia fault line, and I tell you, it's awful weird. Shit's happening right almost on tune, like, and a lot of other shit. And like I said, I don't know what this means, but watch the airports. Oh, another thing I said in a video earlier. Who's that? Yo, how you been, dude? You're out there. What's that? The hell? Yeah. Yeah, dude. YouTube been doing that to me too. I finally broke the 1,000 subscribers, dude. It took me forever, and they were blocking me. They do that to me, you know. Anyway, good seeing you, dude. How you been? Yo, I was just telling these people. Did you feel any earthquakes up there? I'm hearing all kinds of earthquakes out there, like one in San Francisco. Or Earth 7. Yeah, you did. All right, there you go. Every now and then I've been seeing your videos, but they're not coming through anymore. Like they are off and on, but they do that shit. They've been doing that shit to me. Half my people I subscribe to, I don't see them for a while, and I almost forget about them, and all of a sudden they pop up. So other than that, how you been, dude? Everything good? You know what? I'm doing what you're doing, dude. I'm East Coast, though. You're over there West Coast. You know, I'm actually living in my car right now. I don't know how I fucking got here, but it is what it is. I ain't even sweating it, dude. It's like camping. Camping with an attitude. Yep. You're near, what's it say? San Luis Obispo. No earthquake felt today. Yeah, they said something about San Francisco had one last night. Do you ever watch a guy named Patrick Humphreys? He's a channel. He's kind of like a doomsayer. Like I guess I am too to a degree, but he's always. Sometimes it's hard to watch, because the world's negative and all. But he seems like a good dude. But I'm telling you, and here, who am I? I'm just talking about shit myself. But it's always on there. I forgot what I was going to say. What's it say? And you're really living in your. Yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah, yep. And it is what it is. Yeah. Did you ever hear of van life? This is Kia life. You know the videos, man. It's even smaller than a van, but you know what? It's not even. I'm not even bothered by it. That's the crazy thing. I don't even give a shit. It is what it is. It's an adventure. That's the way I'm looking at it, bro. Just chilling like Bobby Dylan. You know? Yep. My cat's actually in the car right now. What's it say? Making lemonade. Yep. Exactly. It's just really, I mean, in the beginning, it kind of fucked up for a minute. But then it was like, when the secret to living in your car is finding a way to lay down. Yeah. The first couple days were a bitch. And actually, there is ways you can figure it out. So, it is what it is, brother. Sorry, I'm hungry. I'm just snacking here. So anyway, what's this? Yeah, I did it one time before in my life for a little while. And it's what you make of it, dude. I don't give a shit if you're in a mansion or a shack. It's your mental attitude. You're right about that. You say that often in so many words, and you're right. It's how you look at shit. You know, you feel like you're in a palace and you could be in a shack. It doesn't fucking matter. It's in your head. That's it. What's that? Last night we sent a nuke plane to Ramstein. Yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting scary. I didn't hear that one, Tammy. What's this? One of my tricks I usually just park in a residential area in front of the house. Yeah, exactly. Well, this place is open 24 hours, so where I'm at now. It is in the beginning, but you know, it's what you make of it, I guess. Yeah, we're getting really close to something crazy happening in the world. You know, a lot of people think the rapture is going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. I don't know. Part of me says yeah, another part's questioning it. Seesawing back and forth because we've been lied to so many times. All kinds of crazy psyops from our government. Who knows? I guess we're going to find out. Simple and plain. You know what? We're getting closer and closer to war, though. You got, Trump's jumping down big time on Venezuela about shit going on down there. He took out another boat the other day. Poland shot down drones. Yeah. I had this weird, I don't know if you call it premonition or what the hell. I didn't even have a word for it. Maybe, what's this? Who knows me? Yeah, you never know. Here's the deal, dude. I just had a premonition this morning. Out of the blue, heard the word Heathrow Airport. I don't know what it meant, but I swear I heard it in my head. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. But for real. And then I was thinking, man, maybe that's like something's going to happen there. And then I was just about to blow it out of my mind, didn't think about it. And then I heard there was drone attacks or something were going on. But over in Oslo and Copenhagen. So Europe's just about on fire. There's all kinds of shit getting ready to go off. It's crazy. The world is fucked up, dude. Tammy, where did you hear about the nuke plane going over? I didn't catch that. Was that Full Spectrum Survival? Yeah, the thing is, I started a new job. What's that? My Prepper. Is that the name of the channel? Man, I'll tell you what. Crazy, crazy world. Did an emergency. He did a. When did this happen? Just recently, or like a while ago? It's getting freaky, man. Yeah, I'm jokingly, not really jokingly, I'm saying, it's an end of the world live stream, but it might be, you never know. 2 a.m. last night. I just can't believe, I'm just sitting here and wondering, are we gonna see some big fireworks pretty soon? It's crazy. Well, I'm to the point. I'm old enough that I almost don't give a shit. I mean, it is what it is, kind of mentality. If I wake up tomorrow, that's good. If I don't, that's good. There's too much crazy shit going on in the world. Yeah. So anyway, I think if by chance the world doesn't end, I should be back in a place pretty soon. I've already got a couple people looking. One of them's my ex-boss from back in the day. She said she'd let me know if she's going to check. And what's it say? Sent like very important intel about. Oh, I saw some of that, like a little bit of it, but I was at work. I couldn't really watch it. But I saw you sent it over. Thanks. I'll check it out tonight. Forgot what the hell I was just about to say. Damn. It's too bright. It's a southern one. A little bit better. Yeah, this is still wearing my fucking shirt from work. I ain't even fucking give a shit that tomorrow I gotta get up, go in there, and then after work, what's this say? Wait a minute. Then after work, I gotta go do DoorDash, and which is maybe one of the people who's watching will. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool, dude. You never know, brother. You know what? My luck, dude. Someone send me some money, and then the world will end. Actually, did you guys see about Vietnam? Right now is actually they're taking and forcing people to do biometrics. They're running the whole mark of the beast thing over there, seeing like road testing it in a smaller country, in a third world country first. What's it? I like your yeah. Laundry shit. Yeah. Yeah, I was just messing around. And I was like, I had half of that filmed, and it wasn't even knowing what I was doing. It was like in a draft stage, and I was like, I just did laundry. And the funny thing is, about a week ago, I had like a pile of laundry on my fucking front seat here that I was going to do. I thought, this is kind of humorous. And then I got the idea. I was eating mint ice cream. I was gonna spit it everywhere. I didn't want to get it all over the car. Like it was the fucking color of the game thing. What's that? I can only comment on other comments. Why is that? I wonder what the hell they're doing with that. Yeah, I'm looking. But you know what? At the same time, I can save money. Not, rent was beating the shit out of me for a while, dude. It was ridiculous. For a one bedroom, And you know what? I'm bitching about. There's people paying way more than that for what I have. I think you got to be nuts to pay more than what I spent. What's it say? Hang on, Dan Bongino, and something came across the screen up there. Let me see. News or something. Wait a minute. Dan Bongino found out there was another shooter, the Charlie Kirk thing. Discovered another one. Well, that kind of makes sense because 30-06 should have just turned his freaking throat to nothing. His whole, it would have blew to bits. Yeah. And they said a vertebrae in his back or in his neck stopped the bullet. That's completely unheard of. It doesn't even make any sense. What's that? It's been that. What about the comments? Yeah, I remember it happened to you before, and then I thought it normaled out, stopped, and you're back. Huh? That's fucking YouTube. They love messing with people. Like I said, it took me forever to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm looking at people that are just rolling right by me, and they barely, no effort. Like I don't know. Maybe it's my attitude, and I do attack YouTube, so they don't like me. I attack anybody that's censoring and taking our right to speak. I don't like it. Nobody should. Will burn my battery up. Only 24 hours I was allowed to comment that heart thing. I saw you did comment. There was a heart in the prayer thing. And I'm sorry, I was probably crashed out when that thing came through. I don't know. I slept like a baby yesterday. I must have needed sleep. I didn't see that. I didn't stay up. I think I probably crashed out 9:30 or something. Here's a for instance too. They barely. I used to get some people on the live stream, like, we've had 170, 200. I'm pushing to have 4. I had 4 there for a second, and then it went back down to 3. Maybe I'm just going down the tank. Nobody wants to watch, or maybe not. What's this say? Only 24 hours. Oh yeah. Anyway, can you guys hear me? By the way, I don't even know. It's possible they shut the sound off on me. They've done that. Oh, here you go. I haven't seen the video, but I do know about 30-06. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what somebody was saying on the thing. I forget who it was, but they said like an elk bone in it. You're hunting elk. It doesn't even stop, and that's the thick ass. It's carrying 400 pounds of weight or whatever for an elk. A big ass thing, and that'll go right through that. So is what it is. There's something weird, but then now all of a sudden, Dan Bongino just put something out. I saw it a minute ago coming across the screen about another shooter. Maybe it wasn't a 30-06 that took him out. Maybe it was somebody else in the audience. Who knows? Handgun or something else. How the hell did they get a rifle in there? Nobody stopped the guy. You know what I'm saying? Where was he up on them? I don't even know the full facts of this thing because I didn't follow it too closely because here we go again. Here's more bullshit. They're gonna make stuff up. I don't. It's hard to believe anything the government's telling us. You know. Yeah, exactly. And I brought it on myself, and I'd do it again, dude, because you know what? Freedom of speech. You got to say what you got to say sometimes. Brought it on, but you know what? It is what it is. What's that saying? They saying two shooters. Yes, exactly. Now I just saw that. Yes, exactly. You're right, dude. That's exactly right. It's unreal what's going on in our country. And it's been going on. And not just our country, the whole world. The whole thing is one huge psyop, man. Everything's bullshit anymore. You don't know what to believe. It's crazy. So, are you still getting gang stalked? I saw your video the other day. There's times that I'm agreeing with you. There's sometimes it really looks obvious that somebody might be hassling. Other times I'm not sure because I didn't see maybe what you saw earlier. But that shit used to happen to me back in the day a little bit. And I don't know whether sometimes I thought it was coincidental. What's this? Maybe they were just, was it, trying to make him in a wheelchair? Yeah, yep. Yeah, maybe. Yep. That makes some sense. That's probably what was supposed to happen. Huh. I just can't even believe the shit that. You know what? The left is getting screwed on this because the left are a bunch of monsters. Look what they're doing. They're celebrating this guy's death and shit. I mean, it's good riddance to them. They're going to get their ass kicked. That's it. Politically, they're done. People are jumping ship. Bill Maher's even talking bad against the left because it's fucking ridiculous. People being murdered over this shit, and these guys don't have any care. They couldn't give a shit. It's like a big game to them. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think you're right about that. They were trying to wheelchair his ass, cripple him, send a message. But I mean, what they did was make him a martyr. And they might not have meant to. You might be right. You might have been just trying to shut him up and shut anybody else up who's going to speak out. Dude, they're trying to, over in Vietnam, they're already pushing the market of beast. I think it was close to 90 million bank accounts today got frozen over there because people didn't agree to the biometric bullshit that they're trying to do. They're done with that. Damn, dude. What 3 times? The other day in here, I was parked over in here. I started thinking I was gang stalked. They had cops roll through a couple times. Then somebody set off a smoke alarm inside. Fire engine came in all on the same day. It was like, what the fuck is going on? Yo, what's up, Fred? How you doing? How you been, dude? Whoa, shit. My brother got shot like that years ago. Way back. The bullet's still in his leg. Wait a minute, I can't read that. What? I'm a number one target for gang stalking, and I feel like that was part of it. I'm telling you, there's weird things in the world I can't explain. You know what, dude? I kind of agree with that, and I think a lot of it goes beyond just human beings. I think it's almost supernatural. Shit, it's good versus evil, dude, you know? Huh. It's crazy. It's good seeing you, Fred. How you been? How's the weather out in Indiana, brother? Everything cool? And what's it say? I'm not one of the crazy people. Yeah. There's things happening, dude. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's cool. Stalk the stalkers. That's a good idea. Start stalking the fucking stalkers. Yep. Yeah. Calm before the storm. I didn't see that comment there. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling. It's crazy. You're just waiting for the shoe to drop, the other shoe to drop. Something's going to happen. I just saw a thing that West Coast is shaking. There's a lot of earthquakes up and down from, I guess, northern, up near, all the way up near Seattle, all the way down the coast, here and there, I guess. What's it say? Yeah, they ran one exactly. Do you see where? What's it say? Kroger's are closing over 60 stores. Oh no shit, that ain't good. By the way, did you guys see? This is really scary. Fucking dude, yo, what's up, Doc? How you been? Guy from New York. He's got a YouTube channel. It's called what the fuck is that shit? Wait a minute. Shit. Big. What the hell is it? All of a sudden, I'm drawing a blank. He works. He's. Wait a minute. What the hell is that guy's name? Anyway, he works as a longshoreman, and he said never in his life, he's been working up there in New York. Man, that's fucking aggravating. I can remember half of his name. Big something. Now I can't even remember the last. That's fucked up. Anyway, Big Ward. I don't remember the last thing. It'll come back to me in a minute. Anyway, he was saying that nothing's coming in. He's got no work for the next week or so. Dead. Nothing's coming in. Nothing. No container ships. Nothing. What's that telling you? I said, get the fuck out of New York real quick. They know something's up. Something's coming. They're probably going to sacrifice New York. Fucking something's probably hidden up there in some shipyard or something. Big Ward. Yes, exactly. What's his last name? Like it's Big Ward something. Said he's got can look it up. I put a couple videos up this week where I'm on the beach with my van. It's pretty. I saw one of them. I think I saw one. Tariffs. Oh, yes, true. That's another thing. There's so many things. I'm thinking something, maybe some terror things happen. But you're right. That makes all the sense. It went right over my head. Tariffs are killing everything. What's it say? Look, I'm parked on the sand. Yes, I saw that, dude. Big Ward. But again, is it just tariffs doing that, or is something about ready to go down? Because they're also, and Patrick Humphrey said this, airports are shutting down all over too. And I told you about what's going on. What's that say? Florida. On the union job sites, they are cutting the workforce on federal jobs, especially in the Northeast. Florida. What's that? I love it. Stalk the stalkers. I've had high-speed chases with the. What's that? With several. I think I saw one time you were like driving, yelling at them and shit. Just recently. You know what? By the way, I don't know if you remember James Munder. He was from California, dude. What's that? Shake, rattle, and roll. Exactly. Hey, Money, do you remember a guy named James Munder? He had a channel on YouTube a few years back. But someone was fucking gang stalking the shit out of the guy. And it was getting obvious. And then mysteriously, his car crashes at the middle of the night on the LA Expressway into a fucking concrete barrier, and he died. And I'm telling you, it looked really suspicious. What's it say? It scares the stalker. Exactly. Yeah. Because there's a point when you can't take anymore, and you're like, okay, motherfucker, you want to go? You want to play? You call that the Clint Eastwood moment, You just fucking get right up in their face because you don't give a shit no more, Yeah, that's because they pushed one too many buttons, They just fucked with you one too many times. But anyway, yeah, Munder was in. Munder evidently, I think, I heard him say one time that he was hanging around with Scientology, and he thought they were the ones coming after him, stalking him. And there's other people out there, Leanne Remy or whatever her name was. She was on King of Queens or something. With Kevin James. She left that place, that cult, whatever you want to call it, and they tracked her and everything else. And then I think it's Ellen DeGeneres' girlfriend, Anne Heche. Excuse me, Anne Heche. She had an accident. Like, same deal. She was hooked up with Scientology. Something weird happened there. So you start to wonder, is there something going on with all that? Death Wish full on Chuck. Exactly. Exactly. You go out hunting these motherfuckers. Why not? Exactly. There's a point when you can't take no more. And they deserve everything that's coming to them, So how you been, Doc? You hanging in there? Yeah, the other day, who was it? Yeah, exactly. Um, what's it? I've been enjoying the new job. That's cool. Good deal. The other day, I heard from O'Doyle Rules. He left me a comment, cracked me up. He was laughing his ass off. He's sitting there. He was watching one of my shorts. I figured this is definitely going to bring in some views. And basically, it was like this music playing. It was almost like sad or like, and it's about like people who passed. And it was actually thinking about my mom, my dad, and different things. Just kind of nostalgic. And I took a film clip, and I think it was outside Blue Rock Stadium. I was walking in, and I remember thinking that stuff. So I said, yeah, I'm going to make this a short, fire it out there. But I was going to do like pictures of different people. I didn't. I just put it out there. And he laughed his ass off. He goes, it was like people who've left are no longer here. And they said, then you showed just your face, and that was it. Yeah, he bagged up. What's it say? Did you end up homeless because of weird circumstances that don't make any sense? Yeah, a little bit. If you look over the long period, someone tried to run me over. Had somebody basically get me fired at my job. All kind of other weird things. Yeah, I guess. But basically, I fell behind my rent because another thing was they fucked with my unemployment to the point where I couldn't get caught back up. They made me wait like nearly an extra month and a half or something crazy like that. And by the time I got the money, I was backed up, and it put me in the hurt box. And then, what's it saying? It's funny that you say the car crash. They've done this to me many times. One was a high-speed motorcycle accident. I know most people have them, but I've been riding for 10 years, and it was staged. Maybe, dude. I've had 20 people try to run me off the road in the past 6 years, like on a freeway. What's that? Your guardian angel must be working double time, dude. Keep you alive. A guy in a red Mini Cooper swerved at me on the freeway. Scared me so I swerved out of the way. Then I came back to my lane, and he did it again. But I didn't. What's that? I didn't move, and he actually hit my car. That's crazy. Yeah, some of that are just psychos, but maybe it, makes you think, why in the fuck so much shit happening, Hot fudge sundae. I don't know if I told you guys. I think I said it earlier today. Finally hit 1,000 subscribers. Like the last 3 months, it wouldn't let me have. Like I'd get a couple subscribers, then I'd lose a couple. And I get them, then I lose them, back and forth, to the point where I think there were bots mostly that were subscribing. That YouTube was messing with me. And then all of a sudden, I got 10 out of the blue. It's like, I don't know. Didn't make any sense. Or no, I think it was 9 subscribers within a day and a half. I couldn't get one for months. Well, I did, but then I would lose them. Didn't make any sense. What's that? Fantastic. Oh, but yeah. Took a long while there. It felt like it. So I got 1,000 subscribers, 1,009 right now, I think was the last time I checked. And 500,000 views. I guess I better look into getting fucking monetized while I can before the world ends, which might be tonight or tomorrow. the hell time is it anyway? 10 o'clock almost. I saw that Robert Kennedy is now, what's that say? Have you been looking at any rooms for that? Yes, actually, I have. I got my old boss from Mary's Country Kitchen. I ran into her, told her my situation. I was up at her restaurant a couple of weeks ago getting something to eat and trying to get a hold of someone that worked there that actually took care of cats. I was going to see if she could hook me up to take care of my cat for a while. Anyway, he's with me. Yeah, I've still got him with me. And he's doing actually pretty good. But anyway, my point was is that she said she'd keep an eye out. She knew some people. Maybe she could find something. Everywhere I'm looking, it's too fucking expensive right now. It's through the roof. And then I thought about maybe just get a fucking, if I could find like a garage with a loft apartment, it would be awesome. If it's cheap enough, yeah, I'm thinking it might be cheaper, but nowadays you can't. It's ridiculous out here. The rent is ridiculous. So off the hook. I ain't worried about it. Something's gonna. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks. I'll find my way out. I know I will. I ain't even sweating it. And like I said, it's what you make of it too. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and whine and bitch and think poor me, then you're done. But what you got to do is just put your mind in the right direction. Fucking just work your way out. It can be done easily. What's this? What is the rent in your one bedroom? What I was paying, I thought it was ridiculous. Every year it went up $70 more. But what I was paying, and it just went up again, I heard after I left. What I heard, wait a minute. What I was paying, the last rent I paid was $12.66. And it was a small place, and shit, I had a whole fucking apartment about 4 years ago with 3 floors, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a kitchen, living room, a basement, all for $840. It was in a rougher neighborhood, and the house was old, needed work, but shit, you know, that going from there all the way up to now they're paying $1,300-$1,400 for a single bedroom. It's retarded. It's retarded, dude. What's it say? Same here in the Ohio River Valley. Shit is going wild. That's the whole game plan. These people think that they're doing this. They're not. This has been fucking game planned, dude, by the fucking New World Order. One way or another, they're making it seem normal to keep raising the fucking rent like that. And they're encouraging it somehow or another. Basically, you want everybody in a FEMA tent, in a FEMA camp, somewhere along the line. And some of it's happening naturally, I guess. But I swear, I think the fucking WEF and New World Order assholes have their fingers in this pie. You know, fucking up everything in our country right now. So you don't have anything to fall back on. So eventually, you got to go run off the big daddy government to help you, you know? Fuck them. And over in Vietnam, they're forcing the mark of the beast right now. They've already implemented stuff for it. And I think they said close to 90 million accounts got frozen over there, bank accounts. If you're not willing to give up your biometrics and be part of the system, they took your fucking shit. It just happened. Go to Poplar Report if you don't know anything about it. Check that out. Steve Poplar did a thing. Yeah, but how quick? What's next though? I heard that too. He was getting rid of it, but did he actually go ahead and dismantle it? Yeah, you were saying that, Fred. Hear that? said it was horn going off there. Maybe it was the angels blowing it for the rapture, but it was actually a car horn. Yeah, it's crazy shit, dude. BlackRock's buying up everything. It's all location, yep. Yeah, they're buying farms, and then they're letting China buy farms all over the place. And then Bill Gates is moving in and opening up factories to feed us fucking bioengineered meats and everything else to give us cancer. So later on, they can cure us for the right amount of money. If you don't have it, you're dead, right? FEMA was not doing shit for the poor people. Yeah, you're right. Get rid of them. Exactly. You know, those people down in North Carolina got fucked over by FEMA. And American citizens from that area were trying to help out, and FEMA was stopping them. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, FEMA was involved back when Katrina was going on, and they basically, people disappeared. They had them on barges. You guys remember that? Doing, like, on fucking, barges or ferries or whatever, and then people never came back. There's people still looking for these people. Yeah, they're just trying to collapse everything. That's what I think. Yes, Texas after the hurricane. Was that Katrina or something? They had like barges or something that had people on there. Yep. Anybody even hear anything? And they're gone. Those people are gone. Just like the people in Maui. What the fuck? No more talk about them. Okay. They're getting the fucking Epstein Island treatment. All of a sudden, silence is golden. They're not telling you nothing. You know, everything's silent. When they want to shut it down, they shut it down, don't they? No conversation. You know, Trump even got pissed off that they were talking about it still. It's like, you know what? People disappear. You need to know. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys been seeing this. I'm starting to see a lot of what do you call it? Videos on YouTube about homeless people disappearing. It's crazy. They're killing off people, they think. FEMA ships, yep. See, I just told someone today about all the videos talking about, yes. Yeah, they're disappearing, dude. And nobody gives a shit. That's what's fucking pissing me off. Human beings can go and disappear, and, you know, people are like, okay, whatever, you know. That's somebody's mother, somebody's father, somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's brother. Somebody's sister. They're just disappearing, and nobody gives a damn. That's like when Xi Jinping came over. They were cleaning up the San Francisco for him and everything, but then like a whole group of homeless people were just swept off the street. Nobody ever saw them again, too. Probably ended up in somebody's fucking chow mein. Sent them over on a container shipment over to China, served them up with some rice. I mean, that's fucking sick, but over there, you never know. That's the land of the organ remove. They're freaking taking people's organs, whether they like they're willing to give it up or not. It's ridiculous. Soylent Green, exactly. I'm starting to get afraid to eat hamburger anymore. It's too many mystery meats could end up in there. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yep. Fucking Soylent Green, dude. Yep. If it ain't Bill Gates trying to feed us fake meat that gets you allergic to red meat. By the way, do you guys know about that shit? That asshole invented some kind of parasite that I forget what they call it now. It makes people, what's it? Shit. It's a Texas Lone Star tick carries it. What the hell's that called? Basically, you can't eat red meats all of a sudden. Yep. Yeah, it was, Fred. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He looks about as feminine. He's about. Did you ever see his wife? Holy shit! She ain't no prize. Neither one of them. Matter of fact, here's the deal. What's it say? It's but what's that say? Tick bites. Yes, causing no meat thing. Yeah, it's crazy. There's a name for it, and I can't think of it. Imagine making a meat replacement that makes you allergic to actually. Exactly. That's what that scumbag did. See, he wants no competition. He's going to sell you the fake meat. Killed off millions of cattle, too, and millions of chickens. All of a sudden, they're not doing it anymore. Why did the bird flu go away all of a sudden? They got caught. Yeah, because finally somebody came to their senses and said, what's this asshole slaughtering all our food for? Yep. Exactly. You're exactly right, money. It's all about profit. Yeah. He's making money hand over fist, killing people doing it. Exactly. Shut all the farms down, everything. Yep. These guys to go. Yeah, yeah. Well, it kind of reminds me of you go back to the Monty Python days when they bring out ye dead. You remember that from was it the Holy Grail? I'm not quite dead yet. They fucking hit him over the head and carted him off. Yep. Yeah. Green burgers, eh? And I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about carbon footprint. Get the fuck out of here with that talk. You know, they're flying around the world, doing whatever the fuck they want, and they want to put you on a bicycle with a fucking mask, so you ain't giving off any carbon dioxide like they did over in Beijing back in the day. Oh, it's smoggy. Wear your mask while you're pedaling a fucking rusty ass bike up a hill. Yeah. Did you ever see those videos with people in China bicycling all over and it's factory smog everywhere? Yeah, merely a flesh wound, right? Exactly. Yeah, fucking Beijing used to look like I don't know what, foggy as shit. It was all smog. That's from back in the day too. They were like that. Yeah, that was a good part of the movie when the guy sitting there, the Black Knight, got his arms and legs cut off. Come on, I'll bite you. Yeah, he was like, had no way to fight. He's still trying to fight. Yeah, it's just ridiculous that hearing about all the same bullshit for years now. The hole in the ozone and all that bullshit. Meanwhile, they're spraying all kind of chemicals up in there, fuck it up more. No, we're fixing it. Yeah, right you are. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Global warming. It's bullshit. They're trying to pretend that they're gods and that they have control over the fucking world. They might be able to fuck it up, but not much for much longer. That's why I think God's getting pissed off. Something's going to happen. So what's the weather been like out there, Fred? You're in the middle of the country. I'm always asking you. Usually it's you, and then it hits Ohio, which is Tammy. And then it comes east. What's this? I'm looking. What's that? For after the first of the year, after the government puts restrictions on what food stamps are left. What's that? These welfare recipients are going to go wild. Yeah, they're going to be pissed off. We just got rain this week. Well, you know what, Fred? Here's the deal. It's kind of... I ain't going to say it. I just think that the government's got their fucking hand in all this shit, worrying about somebody's food stamps while they're letting Nancy Pelosi steal billions of dollars, illegally, no consequences, and all them other congressmen are doing it, and they're worried if somebody's going to go have steak for a birthday dinner on food stamps. I mean, what the fuck? Let them buy what they want. I don't give a shit. They let so much shit go by without doing a damn thing. But when it comes to the little guy, they're trying to stomp us into the dirt. They don't stop, too. It just kills me that, nobody's even saying anything about Nancy Pelosi anymore. She just got away with all that shit. Same thing happened with all these fucking assholes. Matter of fact, they said that Pam Bondi's job's on the line, supposedly. If something doesn't happen, somebody gets arrested, or not arrested, indicted. Why do they know something we don't know? The world's about to end now. They're going to act like they're going to make an arrest. She's getting fired, I think. Give $200 billion. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. It's disgusting. And they're worrying about with somebody, they're going after somebody for pennies. What the fuck? What the fuck? Meanwhile, the people that are getting screwed are just the common folk that are trying to do something, get by, survive and everything. But meanwhile, they let, for years, and only just started to fucking stop this, all the looting that was going on. They were running into stores and just stealing shit. And then they'd get off scot-free because they were allowed to take up to, I think it's California did this, like close to $999 before they got a serious charge thrown at them. Otherwise, a slap on the wrist and, don't do it again, or, misdemeanor or some shit. That's ridiculous. That's why everything's falling apart. Nobody's being held accountable. It's just about to get real. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but you know what? There's people that do need the help. That's the sad thing, Fred. There are people in situations that are fucked. And there's people in the same thing that are taking complete and utter fucking advantage of the system. They're the ones you get rid of. They're the ones you fucking do something. Look what they to keep Israel. Yeah, exactly. Supplied with endless, yeah, amounts of money. Yep, yep, yeah. What are we even involved with Israel all the time for in all the Middle East wars? You know, hear my cat back here. See what he's doing. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'm just saying, there's people that are taking massive advantage, and other people just want to just, hey, can I just survive? And you know what? We got money for that. We can afford that. Don't fucking cut innocent people's throats and toss them overboard because some jerk offs are taking advantage. They were sending, how about the whole thing with the sending the immigrants up to New York and letting them stay in 5-star hotels and eating top notch food and on the government dime? Anybody pissed about that? We've already forgotten about that. You know, they were punching people in the face, rolling down the street, doing whatever they wanted, threatening people, robbing them. And how come everybody's past that quick? We have the fucking attention span of a fucking housefly. Like I call it microwave attention span. It's gone. Like nobody gives a shit. We're on to the next crisis. It's fucked up. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm going to say this, and I don't. A lot of times, minorities are helped a hell of a lot more than us white privileged people. That's what they're telling me, that I'm white privileged when I go and look for any kind of help. In so many words, But I don't even want to go that route. I don't even want to talk about that because what's that? They would still be going on if. Yes, come on. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I agree with that. That uh, word salad lady, Camilla, whatever. What's her name? Camilla Harris. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They're the dregs of society coming over here like they're going to help our society. They're putting a fucking hole in our boat. They're sinking our ship faster than anything. The people raping and pillaging is right, man. You're right. You nailed it right there with that sentence. Breaking the spirit of America. You're right. Everybody turning on everybody that's here already. You know. Problem with that, they're going to start eating human beings. We're going right back to Soylent Green if that happens, Fred. There'll be fucking cannibalism going on. You can't starve people to death in our country and then go worry about some other country, sending shit over there and not even feed your own people. It's insane. Yeah, he's cool as shit with it. I was surprised. I didn't know what to do. Then he's fucking chilled. Like he's back there. He sleeps up in the windows sometimes back there, and when I'm driving, he usually he was having him in the cat carrier, but he don't even want to be in there. He's totally chilled. What's it say? The Democrat was into the process of dismantling. Yeah, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, exactly, dude. He's chilling. He 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 can't figure out what's going on. He used to sit in the. We had a big bow window, like a what do you call it? Bay window or bow window where I lived, and he would always sit there in the sun, enjoying it. And then now he's doing it in the windshield or and behind me, not in the windshield, the back there. What's it say? I was. There you go. Not. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're probably in severe crisis mode, and they act like it's a flesh wound, like everything's going down in flames, and they won't even fucking own up to it. They're they're riding the fucking thing right into the ground. Yeah, it's pretty bad, and people haven't even really seen the shit hit the fan yet. It could get really fucking ugly, really fucking quick. Yep. Yeah, I just told you about the Vietnam is they're getting rid of their cash. They got to get rid of their cash. They're only using credit, electronic, whatever the fuck it is, digital money, and they have to give up their biometrics. And people said no. I think close to it was 80 or 90 million people didn't want it, so they froze their fucking accounts. They ought to raise up and say, yo, motherfucker, that's our money. You have no right taking that. Why the fuck does banks think they can just freeze your account on that? Steal all your money because you don't want to be. It's like, you want to take the vaccine? Okay, well, we're going to take this or take that. Like you're experimental rat. Yeah, I heard that. Yep. Everything's going down a drain, dude. Circling the bowl. Hey, Money, did you get pushed out of the fucking chat? Because I see it keeps saying said hi. Like you came back in. The other day they did that to Mark, who comes on here, about 5 fucking times in a row. He's from Ireland. What's his car limit? People are living day by. Yeah, exactly. I tell you, I think we're gonna have a civil war right at the same time we have a world war. Everything's collapsing around us. What's going on with that? It keeps most people are drug addicted to living mechanically in life, where they spend money without any thought. And what's the most of the problem is, yeah, yeah. What's going to happen to people when you know what? What if they blow out the power grid? Nobody can do anything with their phones. Everybody's frozen. They can't do a fucking thing because all their banking and everything's on the phone. All the people they know in the world's on the phone in their contact. They blow out the grid. People are going to lose it. Yeah. They they're probably not pawning much now. They're probably getting scared that they're never going to get their money back. The pawn shops. Yep. Let me see if I can call OJ up here. OJ, come here, buddy. Oh, he's up top. He's up chilling back there. Is Doc still on the live stream? I haven't seen him for a few minutes. He might have rolled off. Yep. Yep. Could be tribulation starting. What do they call it? Time of sorrows or something in the Bible. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't let him go, dude. Everybody's like, oh, we'll try to find him a home. I'm like, man, they took everything else, so I'm hanging on to my cat. That's my fucking support system for the moment, you know what I'm saying? He's my buddy. Yeah. Raised him since he was a kitten. I rescued him in the city. He was a kitten. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm hoping, I think I should be out of this situation within a few weeks. After I get a couple solid paychecks. That's another thing that put me in the hurt box was the fucking job I had. It was every other week. The fuck good was that? Meanwhile, I was door dashing, but couldn't pull it together quick enough, the money. The fucking baseball thing, you know, minor league baseball, every other week they're away, so boom, you get a paycheck, and then or half a paycheck, and you wait 2 weeks and get another half a paycheck. Yeah, animals are great, man. I don't know how anybody can treat animals bad. You know, you come home from a shitty day of work, your animals always got your back. They're always cool, you know. Dogs are loyal. Cats are a little more standoffish, but they're cool. A fucking dog would take on a grizzly bear to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Fucking even a small dog. So shit, even cats get like that. Cats have an incredible amount of courage. You see some of these YouTube videos where a cat's like fucking trying to hold off a bear and shit from attacking this little kid. It's fucking unbelievable. Or I've seen cats go after like German shepherds and shit. There is a video on YouTube I watched maybe a week or two back. What's that? Bottle feeding set. Yeah. How are they doing, Tammy? Yeah. Yeah, they're very. It's a female too, right? Is that what it says? When they get older, they're a little cranky, but females are not. I think male cats are usually a little more friendlier. Like females sort of isolate more. At least mine did. I think what happens, they have a couple batches of kittens. They don't want to be bothered any further. Like it's torture for them after a while. Getting precocious. Yeah. Well, you know what? All 7 of them are still alive, though, right? That's good. She's independent. Yeah. Yeah, cats are far more independent than dogs. Tell you what, some of them videos are funny as shit on YouTube because they'll do something that almost looks human. Dogs and cats will do something. Sometimes cats will say, like, make a meow sound. It sounds like they said something in English. Fucking bags me up. There's one I saw. This cat got yelled at. Like he tried to open a door and he looked in the thing, and then the guy yelled at him. He closes it. The cat closed the door. Pulled his head. You had to see it. It's funny. There you go. Said I'll probably make it. Just keep the fucking coyotes out of your area there. That's probably got some of your cats before. And keep them off the road. You got a busy highway up there, you said. I better probably call it quits on this live stream. I gotta get up in the morning. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits. You guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'll try to do a live stream maybe near the end of the week again or something. What's today? Tuesday? Or no, today's Monday, right? Going into Tuesday. Fuck, I gotta get me a calendar or some shit. You guys have a good one. Thanks. Yeah, people flying up the road there. Yeah, you were saying that. And on the way out, you probably already hit me with thumbs up, but throw one up there if you can again. Have a good one. Thanks, everybody. Wait a minute. There we go.